Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tribe Day. What an awesome day it is so far. I know it's only early here in Las Vegas. It's 9:30, but it's just I wake up this way pretty much every day with an attitude of gratitude because I choose to be this way. I choose to have an attitude of gratitude because I know that with the right attitude, whatever life throws at me, I'm able to handle it and I have the right mindset. So, yeah, I wanted to talk to you today about why we assign emotions to our memories, and why we assign them, like why we assign emotions to our memories and why. Because we do, we assign emotions to our memories. So yesterday I talked to you about what emotions are and how they are learned behavior. In other words, we're not just born with our emotions already set and in place. Today, I mean, we're not born with fear, anger, regret, anxiety, sadness, sorrow, you know, um, just to name a few of those emotions that are out there. Today, I want to talk to you about how we assign our emotions to our memories and why. Good morning, I'm Leslie Cadet. I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness so that they can handle their triggers, manage their emotions, and live a more positive life. So today, as I said, I want to talk to you about how we assign our emotions to our memories and why. But before I do that, let me explain this chart that I have behind me. So this is what I call the triggers chart, and this is on repeat every day. This is a cycle that we repeat daily. No matter who you are, no one's different, no one's above it, no one's below it, no one gets a better deal, no one gets a better cycle, no one gets like special treatment. We all go through this every day. And what this is that we are triggered. Things that happen to us that set off our emotions. So a trigger being, for example, it could be a loss of someone, trauma from a past experience. It could be the ending of a relationship, whether it's a friendship or a romantic relationship. It could be financial problems. So that's a trigger, and that fuels our emotions. So then what happens is once we are responding emotionally to our trigger, our emotion is what drives our response, our actions, the things that we do, the things that we say. And then what happens is our actions, they provide our rewards, whether our rewards are positive or negative. So again, the reward is the byproduct of our responses, our actions. And so that's what this chart is. And this week I'm talking to you about emotions because emotions are really the driving force, right? That's the piece that we have control over. However, a lot of the time we'll sit back saying, you know what, that's who I am, that's how I'm wired, that's how I respond. That's it. And what we don't understand is that we have a personal responsibility to say no. That yes, maybe that's who we have been, but it doesn't mean that we can say that's just who we are and that's who we're always going to be. No, we have a responsibility to ourselves to actually level up and be the best version of ourselves every day. And that's through learning how to spot these things that trigger you, that fuel your emotions, so that you have, which is this piece here that you have control over, the emotions part, the emotions piece, that's where you have the control. That's where you will be able to manage how you react and how you respond, so that when you do react and respond and you get that reward, your byproduct, which is the byproduct of your action, will be positive. So now that you have a better understanding of this chart, let me get back to today's topic. So growing up, of course, like I said, we're not born with our emotions already set and in place. They happen. They are through our experiences, and our experience of outcomes, right? So if you were to think about right now one memory from your past that made you feel good and actually makes you feel good to think about it, you've assigned a positive memory to a positive emotion to that memory, right? That's what I mean by us assigning emotions to our memories. Same thing goes for a negative experience from our past. It can evoke many different feelings, but the bottom line is you'll have assigned an emotion to that memory. So now moving forward to your life today, what does that have to do with emotions and triggers? Well, I'll tell you. Because again, we assign emotions to our memories. And when we get triggered, our feelings are fired up, our emotions come into play. Emotions like happiness, joy, sadness, sorrow, anger, anxiety, fear, to name a few. So for example, if you're someone that had something negative that happened to you in your past, something traumatic, and then something newly traumatic happens to you now, your emotions assigned to your past traumatic event will most likely be triggered because you've assigned an emotion to trauma. Do you understand where I'm going with this? It's the same thing for something positive. Something great happens in your life. For example, my wedding day. I can look back with fond memories. It wasn't perfect, but the little things that made it imperfect made it perfect in my eyes. And I'll always think of that day as being one of the best days of my life. I've assigned a positive memory of happiness and joy around weddings. And so whenever I see a wedding or attend a wedding or I'll see brides and grooms on the side of the road or while driving by a church, all of those things trigger my positive emotions that I assigned around weddings. You understand what I mean? So if you understand, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. If you understand where I'm going with this, drop a 1 in the comments below, because I really want to see where you're at with this. So in essence, the reason that we assign emotions to our memories is to learn what's positive and what's negative, right? And to be reminders of that. But that can also be a detriment to our growth as well. Because the reason I believe that is because sometimes we hold on to things that don't serve us. And we allow an emotion to manage our lives every day around everything that triggers us when it's negative based. For example, relationships in general, friendships or romantic. If a relationship ends badly, you'll assign a negative emotion around that experience. And you'll often take that negative emotion or emotions that you've assigned to that past experience with you into the next relationship or relationships. And ultimately, not only punish the next person that comes into your life because of the past event, past experience, and you'll also be allowing yourself to believe that there's no other emotion other than that you can possibly have around relationships. Trust is one of those. Like, you can lose trust in something, like someone does something and you lose trust. That's a huge factor for a lot of people to let go of. So you're in essence unfairly assigning that negative emotion to the next person or people that come into your life, making it impossible for you to flip the narrative and allow yourself to have a completely different experience. You're allowing your negative emotion that you assigned to that past experience to have tremendous power over you. Now, we obviously also assign emotions to our memories to keep us from making the same mistake twice. Like, for example, running when you're not looking because you have the possibility of running into something and hurting yourself. Or don't touch a flame because you can burn yourself and that hurts. And that, of course, makes sense, right? Again, like as I said, we have basic survival emotions, like don't touch fire, you'll get burned. Look where you're walking so you don't walk into something or someone. Duck if the ceiling is low so that you don't hit your head. Those are basic survival things, right? And we assign those emotions to that. So if you didn't duck your head and you hit it, that's an emotion you're going to assign. It hurt, it was pain. You've emotioned it. It hurt, it didn't feel good, it made you feel bad. You've assigned an emotion to it. So you're learning. Emotions help us to learn. But what I'm actually trying to share with you is how we assign emotions around our day-to-day experiences that unfortunately sometimes get the better of us when we're triggered by something, and then our emotions manage us, making us say and do things we often regret later. So we assign our emotions to our experiences, and when we're triggered, often we're reminded of a past experience and don't want to get hurt. And so our guard goes up, our emotions take charge, and we react without thinking about it. So when you think about that, that is why emotions, we do assign them. We do assign them to our experiences. But what we need to learn is being self-aware around that, because not everyone in our lives is going to treat us poorly. Not every experience is going to end up poorly. We often, if we allow ourselves to take that negativity into the next experience, we're going to miss out on something great because we're not allowing ourselves to actually be in the moment and experience something really great or something that really could be great, because we're already forecasting the outcome. We're already forecasting, saying that this is what it's going to be. I'll give you an example of an emotion of mine: fear. I had a fear of going live on social media. It was scary. I mean, think about it. I'm on here every day now. But think about it. The very first time, if you've ever gone live and you get that, you've gone live and you're like thinking, oh my gosh, now it's out there and people are seeing me, they're watching me, they're looking at me. How did I look? Did I sound okay? Did I say resonate with anyone? Did I make sense? Those types of things. And you start thinking about it. And so social media, I was afraid of it. I was really, like, that was the emotion that I assigned to going live. But since I've been going live so, consistently and making sure that I show up, I love it. My emotion has changed from fear to joy and excitement because I love coming live to you on this platform every single day, sharing with you tips and strategies to help you become that best version of you. I get up every single day and I'm excited to be going on live. I've got a timer on my phone reminding me that I'm going live. I'm excited about it. So I've got good emotions around that. I flipped my emotion of fear to one of joy and excitement. And that can be done, and that's through self-awareness. Now, if you look in the title below, you'll see, above, you'll see that I've put a link to my group. If you're ready to take back control of your emotions so that they no longer hold power over you and they're not managing you, and they're not managing the things that you say and you do, then this group is for you. And I want you to click on it and register. It's free. It's free to you. If you're afraid to go on it by yourself, ask a friend. It's always great to have someone that you know doing something with you. The reason why I started this group is because I realized, number one, I realized we all navigate this, okay? Even myself. And through self-awareness, I've been able to take a lot of control back around this section. And that was through self-awareness, through my journey to self-awareness. And so I knew that this group was important because, excuse me, I knew that this group was important because we all, as I said, sorry, excuse me, it's like something went down and I'm not drinking anything, so that's weird. So we all know we're triggered, right? We all know that we have emotions. We all know we have responses. We all know that it could be a positive or negative outcome. But how do we manage that? How do we figure that out? And so that's why I started the group, because I realized it was important to help you learn how to become self-aware around your triggers. When you're self-aware around your triggers, guess what? You learn to handle them. How do you learn to handle them? Through your emotions. Your emotions, become self-aware around your emotions of how you are emotionally triggered based on that trigger in the first place. And a lot of it comes from learned experiences. That's what I say. We assign emotions to our experiences and how and why we do that. And so because we do that, I felt that this group was necessary in order to teach you, to show you what I've gone through, things that have worked for me, and I know that they're proven to work because they've worked for other people that I have personally worked with. So what do you get when you become part of this free group? You become part of a community of like-minded individuals just like you, who have decided that they want to become self-aware around their triggers so they can manage their emotions and live a more positive life by their responses so that they are more positive rather than negative. And in this community, not only are they coming to learn how to do that for themselves, but being part of a community means that you are not alone. If you are going through something, your community will support you. So that's what being a part of a community like this is that you get the support from the community. Accountability. So there will be mental coursework, meaning I will be providing weekly worksheets, and I will be going live every Monday. That's when I will be uploading the worksheet, and I will be going live to explain to you what is intended, what the intention behind the worksheet is all about. If you are looking for a way to become self-aware of your emotions, definitely this is a place to go, because again, as I said, you'll have the community, but you also have this worksheet, these worksheets that will help you to dive into who you are, and so you can learn that self-awareness and start taking back control of your emotions. And then also there will be expansion of your comfort zone through monthly challenges. So I'm going to provide challenges to you monthly as a community. We all will take part in it, myself included, and we'll talk about it and how it impacted our lives, and see if there was any real change. But really, change only comes if you're willing to put in the work and if you feel that you're worth it. And I hope that you do. Last but not least, you'll have access to me. Again, as I said, I go live every Monday morning once I upload the worksheet to explain to you what the worksheet is all about. But I also go live every Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's a live Q&A where you can ask me anything. If you're going through something and you just need a quick tip or strategy that might be able to help you get through what you're going through, that's where you come to ask. You're going to get this for free without having to pay a coach for this information. Now, I'm not saying paying a coach is a bad thing. Definitely it's good if you need to dive deeper, and maybe you need to go deeper and maybe have one-on-one coaching, and I provide that as well. But what I'm saying is, if you just need to be a part of, you want to be a part of a community to just kind of get your feet wet, see what this feels like to you, see if you're really getting, you're learning, and that which you will be learning, and you will be part of the community, and I will be helping you to step outside your comfort zone through the worksheets and also through the monthly challenges. Then this group is for you. Again, as I said, I go live every Thursday, so you can ask me anything. It's a great place to just come there and just be open and honest. This is a safe space for you to be open and honest, because you are going to be a part of a community of like-minded. So you might say something that resonates with someone else, and we're going to start a dialogue. So that group is for you. If you are open, you are willing, and you are ready to become part of that, then this is definitely where you need to go. Just click on the link, ask to join, and I will approve you. And then we can get started to get you back to where you want to be, which is in control of your emotions rather than the other way around. I really want you to know that this is really important for you to know that this is something that is ongoing through your whole life. So it's not like you come on to the group, or you go to therapy, or you get coaching and then it's all done. Said and done. No, it's a daily thing. You have to be aware of, mindful of your emotions and how you respond. But when you learn how to become self-aware and you are mindful around your emotions, it makes your life that much easier to navigate. And then you can get back to what's really important, which is living that positive life. Guess what? Your destination is in your journey. Your journey is always going to be evolving. You're never going to have the same thing every single day if you allow yourself to be an active participant in your life, doing the things in your life that you want to level up to, and just become that best version of you. Or you can just choose to not join the group, keep going the way you're going. Just say to yourself, that's who I am, that's how I'm wired. I'll let life happen to me. If something happens today, I know it'll pass, because it's true, things will pass. But guess what? It'll happen again. And you'll just allow yourself to keep going through this cycle, and maybe you'll stay unhappy. Maybe you'll become bitter. I don't know. I don't want that for you, though. And that's why I started this group. It was really important for me to start this group to help you in my community, my people, to help you become the best version of you. So thank you again for watching. I appreciate your support. So good. It makes me feel good to have you on here, to have your support. I love being able to come live. Like I said, it was a fear of mine, but now it brings me joy and excitement to be on here every day, sharing with you, helping you to grow into that person that I know that you want to be. I know that's in there for you. So I only ask one favor of you, and that is that you please share my video, help me get this message out to others. Yes, please help me help others by getting this message out there. And I want you, my last words to you are, I hope that you navigate today with an attitude of gratitude, because with the right attitude, no matter what life throws at you, especially when you're going through this cycle, you'll be able to handle it. Even if it's hard, at least you'll be in the right mindset and start to say, okay, what do I need to do? Let's be mindful of our emotions today so that our responses are more positive and rather than negative. I hope you have a fantastic day. My name is Leslie Gadet. I'm an empowerment coach. I help my clients achieve self-awareness so they can handle their triggers, manage their emotions, and live a more positive life. I hope you have a great day, and I will talk to you again soon. Bye for now.